Hi guys, it's Siobhan with To Kitty and Beyond. Welcome back to my channel. Today here again with another quick energy update. We've had several days of calm energy-wise. So that's specifically referring to the Schumman resonance. It's been around 10 for the past 5 days or more. So that's not common. Usually we do have some small fluctuations that are noticeable over the course of this period of time in particular, especially as we're in this portal between 12/12 and 12/21. So December 12th and the 21st of December being the solstice gateway. So we have a period of calm after this massive fluctuation that occurred at the beginning of this portal. And I'm expecting, or I'm anticipating energetically, that there's going to be another spike. I don't know if the influx of energy is going to be as significant as it was in the beginning of this portal, but I feel like there's going to be some kind of an event, whether it's internal individually or if it's something that we are going to experience externally. Now, I don't think it's going to be anything super significant like the event, but it is going to be noticeable. We'll feel it. And I've been feeling preparation for this as we approach the solstice as well as the end of the month, i.e. the solar eclipse. So what else I wanted to mention was that with this energy, we're also experiencing some solar winds coming from this a hole in the sun that's opened up. So the sun's still in solar minimum, and we did break a historical record for solar minimum. So what that's doing is allowing in a lot of cosmic rays, which I've been talking about previously. So that's a lot of the other activations that we're receiving. So instead of having primarily solar activations, we're now also getting cosmic activations in the absence of solar activations, but now they're back to that as well. So we're getting hit, and I don't like the term hit because it implies that we're being attacked by energy, which is not the case. We're being given these boosts from many different areas, cosmically, solar, as well as from the planets and from ourselves. So there's lots of factors that are influencing the evolution of our consciousness at this period in time, but I also wanted to mention the physical changes that are taking place. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware of Ascension symptoms and how they can vary from person to person and from period of time to period of time, as well as how they shift as we experience these energetic influxes or solar events, geomagnetic storms, etc. But what I'm picking up on, what I'm receiving, and what I'm experiencing as well subjectively is a lot of physical activations in the form of release. Okay, so I subscribed to Lisa Renee's energetic newsletter called Energetic Synthesis. I will leave the link in the description box below. I highly recommend that you guys go and check it out and read it. I've been subscribed to this reading list for years now, and it's really given me a lot of very valuable information that has always been relevant and resonated whenever these drops come in. So she was discussing a lot about the fascia and the muscle system and how we integrate energy and how that energy can become blocked if we're holding traumas within the physical body. So trauma is not only just a mental thing or an emotional phenomenon, as well as energetic, it's also physical. So trauma can be held physically in the muscles, and a lot of what massage and acupuncture and energy work is all about is shifting not only the physical trauma and stress, but the emotional trauma being held physically. So it's all connected, what I've been receiving. And I think what I was talking about last time in my video as well, if I remember correctly, I was talking about the Trinity, the mind, body, and spirit, Trinity holistic, aspect of reality. So this mind, body, soul trifecta of what we are and what we experience is all extremely interconnected. Each aspect needs to be viewed as a whole. We can look at each individual aspect and compartmentalize certain areas, but it's more beneficial, especially right now, to look at all of them in triplicate, to see each aspect of ourselves as interconnected. And as we're doing our healing or our integrations, which is a lot of what's happening right now, is to embody and embrace all of these different aspects in ways that we can create this whole self rather than fragmenting the self into all of these different areas. We're bringing it back together so that we can become that whole self, which is in essence Christ consciousness. That's the holistic, complete self. So that being said, what Lisa Renee was talking about in this newsletter was all about how trauma is stored in the body and how that can influence our ability to connect energetically and to receive information, as well as how we embody spirit in the physical body, and how some of the negative influences in the earth realm, in the 3D realm, that have sought to struggle for power and control over humanity have repressed or created trauma wounding at a physical level to sort of keep us trapped within this downward spiral, unable to get out of these karmic loops, as we sort of were, in essence, trapped within the trauma of the body. So as we move into this period of time, we're being asked to not only heal things at an emotional and conscious level, which we've been doing, a lot of us have been doing. And if you've been doing that, then, keep up the good work. But now it's kind of stepping into a whole nother area where it's coming up physically. This needs to be released at a physical level. So getting things like massage or physiotherapy or acupuncture is great because it not only works at a physical level, but also at an energetic level, as it's pinpointing the nadis, I believe they're called, on the body. So the energy points of the body, which interact with the chakra system, as well as the physical energy currents within the fascia. So as we go through this process, there's inevitably going to be resistance. The body is very primal. It's very instinctual. And so when it learns something, it's very difficult to let go of it. Even more difficult than the ego. But that being said, on the other hand, the body can really easily release once it's kind of surrenders. Once it surrenders, once it trusts, once it just lets go, the body, once it knows it's safe and it's protected, because its primal instinct is survival. So is the ego. That's why it's so tied to the physical body and the identity of being a human. Whereas the higher self and consciousness in its pure state does not fear death or for its survival, because it is infinite and it simply transforms in its nature. So there can be resistance to this if you're feeling extra emotional or tense physically, or having really intense physical symptoms, illness or continued repetitive ailments of any kind. This is a pretty clear symbol or sign or symptom, I should say, of a physical manifestation of an energetic imbalance within the body and resistance to healing. So I just wanted to make you guys aware of that this is something that is coming up within the collective. This is something that we need to be aware of at this point, to allow ourselves to work with the body, to nurture and heal the body. And I've been talking about self-care for a long time, and that really does, again, factor into all three aspects. We need to be taking care of the mind, we need to be taking care of the soul and the energy body. We also need to be taking care of our physical bodies. So that means food, that means water and hydration, which are so key. And when I'm talking about hydration, it doesn't mean just drinking water. It's also about the foods that you're eating. Are you eating water-rich foods like fruits and vegetables and raw things? Because those are the most water-dense. Hydration is key because hydration in the cells allows for electrical communication and the stimulation within the fascia to communicate. So if we are dehydrated, our cells are not communicating properly, and therefore the energy is either getting blocked or it's getting stagnant, or the cells are, breaking down or not communicating properly, or even replicating in a negative way, such as disease or illness or cancer. So these are the things to be aware of right now. They're going to become a little bit more prevalent as we are asked to release, to purge physically. And this has been happening over the course of this ascension process since 2012, or specifically around 2017 was when I really started to feel it. But it's going to be even more important to consciously and with intention, that's the key, with intention and action, to help this energy to move. So move your body intuitively, allow your higher self to step in and allow your body to just do what it needs to do. And if that means dancing around in your house in weird ways, then so be it. Doing yoga can really help to move the energy. Yoga is not just stretching the muscles, it's moving the energy around by stretching the muscles and by positioning your body in space in a certain way. It helps the energy to move around in certain vortexes or to clear whatever needs to happen based on the position of the body at that time. Acupuncture, like I said, massage, physiotherapy, anything else that you guys can think of that you feel will be right for you or what resonates for you to help your physical body to function in this process of release and purging, please do that. So also, energy work is fantastic. It helps the physical body as well as the energy body. So getting Reiki done is so underrated. I cannot stress this enough. And I'm also, reminding myself of that because as a Reiki practitioner, I work with Reiki through my clients, or with my clients every day, but I've also forgotten to do Reiki for myself. And so I've had my higher self step in, kind of intervene and say, hey, you haven't been giving yourself Reiki and you've been preaching about self-care. You got to practice what you preach, girl. So I had to sit down, give myself a Reiki session, and it's helped exponentially. I cannot overstate that. So if you guys are looking for any kind of energy work, please reach out to me. I will leave the information in the description box below the video. Just hit the show more button and you'll get a drop down list of all of my services and offerings, as well as the Reiki, which I will actually be doing a special on as we approach the solstice as well as the full moon solar eclipse at the end of the month. So I'm going to say, let's say from now, when this video comes out until the end of the month, I will have a discount on the Reiki service. So just check in the description box below for the current or updated pricing, I should say, and email me if you'd like to book a session. So I think that's pretty much all that I wanted to talk about today as it relates to the current energy, the portal as it's beginning to sort of wind down, but it's not really winding down. It's all happening exactly how it's supposed to be happening. So just honor where you're at, honor the processes that are taking place within your body, your mind, and your soul. Try to bring those into balance. The Hermit card was the card of the day that came out on Instagram. If you follow me at To Kitty and Beyond, all one word, just like here on YouTube. And it's really about going within. And the day before, yesterday was Temperance. So self-discipline and a lot of analysis of the past and old patterns. This is really important at this time to be able to start to take action steps moving forward and changing small things in our routine to incorporate these aspects of healing on all of these different levels for ourselves. And I know that a lot of you guys are already doing this. And so, just keep up that pace. And if you feel like you need to rest. If you feel like you're motivated and you're inspired to move forward, then do that. Whatever you feel and whatever you're doing is correct. So don't doubt yourself, just trust your intuition and know that all is in divine alignment. From my heart to yours, guys, thank you so much for watching, for listening, I should say, and for being here in this collective ascension. If you resonate with what I'm saying, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do so and hit the bell notification to receive updates every time I post. Stick around for more. We've got energy updates, general spiritual chit chats, as well as the monthly horoscope readings via tarot. So I love you guys, and we will see you next month. Bye.